As the title suggests, there are a lot of sexual references throughout this film. You do see couples having sex in the film, and they're in various places. So you see people's homes, in bedrooms. You see public places such as like on a couch, on a roof, also in office places and things like that. So it's a very sex positive film, but there's a lot of sex throughout the film. There's only one scene where the camera really stays with the action of a couple having sex. And in that scene, you see various positions being performed, and you see a topless woman and a lot of sweat. Other than that, the camera tends to break away just as the couples sort of begin to have sex, or you see them afterwards. There is one scene where a man looks as if he's about to go down and start performing oral sex on a female. But again, the camera breaks away just as the action kind of begins. One man has a lot of partners throughout the film. So the theme of promiscuity is quite consistent throughout the film. He has quite a few partners, and the terms of perhaps being a sex addict or a love addict is discussed quite a few times. He is a bit of a commitment phobe, perhaps. So this is something that the film tends to come back to quite regularly. There isn't a whole lot of nudity apart from the topless female. You do see women in lingerie and people in underwear. There's one scene where a woman comes out of a dressing room and she's very, very scantily dressed in quite a neat bra and knickers set, which shows off her Brazilian quite nicely. Other than that, there is one weird scene where a man calls after another man and says that his father molested him when he was a child. It's kind of meant to be a little bit jokey, but he does insist that it really did happen. So it's kind of comic, but it's a weird thing to joke about. There is other scenes of violence in the film. It actually opens with a woman trying to bang on somebody's door in order to gain access. So she's banging away and yelling. She ends up picking up a bin and throwing it at the door. There's also a few other scenes where there's arguing going on between couples. One man is pushed in front of a car. You don't actually see the car hit him, but you do see him with his arm in a sling afterwards, so you know that the accident did happen. And there's also a scene late in the film where two men kind of go at it in a fist fight in public. And so, arms are swinging and a few punches land. And there's a bit of blood on clothing and bloody faces as a result of that one. There are drug references in the film as well. One couple will take ecstasy and then go to a kid's birthday party. You don't actually see them taking the pills, but they say that they're high, and their behaviour is a little bit beyond normal. So you are very aware that they are under the influence of drugs. And in one early scene, a couple share what appears to be a marijuana cigarette. There's quite a few alcohol references through the film as well. You see a fair bit of drinking, mostly beer and wine. Quite a bit of swearing in the film. The F word, S word and A word are used quite regularly. There's also a few derogatory terms for women used. Most of them are meant inoffensively. And there's one obscene finger gesture. A bit of kissing as well in the film. You see men and women kissing, as well as a lesbian couple share a kiss as well. So the film is directed by Leslye Headland and stars Jason Sudeikis and Alison Brie. And you can read my full breakdown of Sleeping with Other People at cinemum.net.